cars over the freeway, and I could not really believe some of the things that were coming out of this report. These are the lived experience of our people on the ground. Fortunate enough, when I took over as the mayor after the 2016 elections, running a seven-way coalition government for the first time in the city of Johannesburg. The first thing that I did was to do a study on the infrastructure backlog. And a few months later, I shared it with the residents and shared it with the residents in confidence, so that when the whole residents hold me accountable, they know what we're talking about. At the time, 170 billion rands of infrastructure backlog, with only just under 10 billion rands to address this. A clear example is the M2 bridge, where last year I had to take a very tough decision to close the bridge. I mean, closing that bridge was not an easy decision to make, because I knew and understood the financial implications of it to our residents. I fully understood the safety risk to our residents, but it was something to happen. We're sitting with over 200 informal settlements where people have never had toilets in the last 25 years, because 1994 we had this beautiful democracy which we celebrated, and we're still grateful to Mr. Mandela for having created this new democratic dispensation. But unfortunately, we failed to really plan how to address the issues that are going to impact on our society. Because all of a sudden, the country was open to everyone, including our borders. Now look at the city of Johannesburg. Just 25 years ago, the city was one of the newest cities in the world. Just in 25 years, we've turned it into a slum. Into a slum, literally. Now, when obviously you've got communities like this without lights, on the other hand, just 5 minutes away from here, you've got communities without toilets. And now with the budget available to us as a multi-party government, how do we then ensure that we can deal with street lighting in the communities like this? At the same time, ensure that your neighbor next door has got a toilet. These are very difficult decisions to make when you put together a budget. Because yes, I can put I can give preference to putting street lights at you because you are good taxpayers and ratepayers of our city, which we appreciate as government. But at the same time, if I don't really give the guys next door toilets, unfortunately you're going to be impacted. Not just impacted by toilets, but unemployment, people losing dignity. So the only way we can actually protect you is not the number of police we can employ, not the number of street lights we can put up here, is to give people dignity. I'm a strong believer that if you want to stop crime, give people dignity. Give men and women the reason every morning to wake up or to go and work for their children. Give the children an opportunity, end of the month, for the parents to be able to put bread on the table. Because if you don't do that, in any society, you've got massive problems, societal problems. But I'm glad that today that MMC and in particular City Power, this department is really one of those departments I'm extremely proud of. When I took over this administration, City Power was one of the most corrupt departments. Was one of the most corrupt departments in the city. Was the second corrupt. The first one was in finance department, followed by City Power. It was free for all. It was actually the state capture of South Africa. It was not an easy exercise. But however, I'm glad to be here this morning to come and do the sword turning, to provide you with the lights. But I'm also very pleased because in a few weeks' time, our JMPD workforce is going to almost double. You know, we took a very difficult decision right at the beginning of our administration, made history, employ 1,500 police officers in one shot. It has never happened in the history of South Africa, where you take a decision to employ 1,500 police officers. These men and women have been undergoing training. 800 of them will be ready within the next month or so to graduate. Then they can add on to force, and the rest will graduate in the new year. But at the same time, the inner city, in terms of redevelopment, I'm glad and really proud of having 32 billion rands of buildings already afforded to the private sector to build affordable accommodation for our people, employ our people. So it is positive, but it's not going to be an easy journey. But I think it's just really the beginning. I think the success of our project is going to really depend on us as communities, as government and the private sector working together, particularly business. We need the business to assist us in providing employment opportunities to our people. I've had discussions with the city manager and senior managers 2 days ago to really give them commitment on the 9 mayoral priorities that are put into this government when I took over administration. And one of them was to create a professional public service, because the bureaucrats are there to save society regardless of which political party is in power. They are not supposed to be politicians. We are the ones who are handling politics. Unfortunately, I inherited government for 25 years, 20 years at the time, 22 years at the time, dominated by political patronage. But we've really dealt with it to a large extent, being brutal sometimes. Because sometimes in life we need to ensure that people must understand they have a responsibility to serve society, not serve political parties or serve corruption. But fortunate enough, some of the officials that we found in this city are still here. Here's one of them, Lizzie, where they really demonstrated that they're here to serve society, unlike serve political organizations. And that is the type of culture that I've tried to inculcate in this administration the last 3 years. For people not to serve political parties, but serve political parties' agenda that is voted in by the people. And 5 years down the line, 2021 is around the corner. You as residents are going to decide who the next government is. It's not up to the officials to really get involved in that. As long as they believe that our elections were free and fair, whoever is put into power, they must just really carry out the mandate of the political party or political parties. So, people of Buccleuch, I'm glad that in a few weeks' time, we are going to have street lights. In a few weeks' time, there will be additional police force to assist you in this regard. The only unfortunate part I cannot give you is whether those criminals we catch, whether they'll be prosecuted, because this is something outside my competency as a municipality. That is the only sad part. That's the only sad part. But I think we should not really give up. We need to keep fighting. Ultimately, these people that we arrest ultimately get punished. So thank you very much to everyone here, as I said, particularly the community. Please bear with us. We've got massive challenges with, unfortunately, very, very limited budget. But at the same time, we want you to hold us accountable. Once you put a budget together, let's make sure that we over-deliver on that budget. But please don't expect me to address 170 billion rands backlog. It's impossible. It's a non-starter. Because I'm not prepared to stand up in front of any community to lie to people. If I can't do a thing, I can't do it. If I can, I will tell you I cannot do it. And that is what we are saying today. We will put street lights, we'll put in additional police, the JMPD to patrol your areas. and we'll fight to make sure that our national criminal justice system one day will work, so that you can really have a future that all of us would want. A future that when 1994 came, when we inherited the new South Africa, we want a better South Africa than the one that you and I inherited for future generations. So thank you very much, and really looking forward and excited with this event. Thank you so much.